Mediation is an opportunity for people to have a face-to-face conversation, basically.
See, mediation gives them the opportunity to come together with a third person, the mediator, to sort it out.
We bring the parties together and we help them to resolve their problem.
Usually the mediation is conducted face-to-face, though it can be by telephone, it could be by Skype.
In the first instance, usually when people turn up to the venue, wherever it may be, usually arranged in a location that's handy for people, the mediator will meet with each one, usually individually, just for a couple of minutes beforehand, so they can introduce themselves, they can reassure each party, see if they have any concerns or questions that they would like to ask before going into the mediation meeting.
We have two rooms. One of the parties can be in one room, one can be in the other room. But most of the time we try to run a mediation in a joint session where the two parties are able to talk to each other. The mediator's there to help them to have a conversation which will sort out the problem.
There is an opportunity for the mediator to have a private discussion with each party.
So once the opening remarks by the mediator have been made, the mediator will invite the complainer just to briefly go through what their issues of complaint are, so that practitioner is able to hear those at first hand from the complainer. The practitioner will then get the opportunity to respond to that, maybe explain a few things, tell things how things are from their perspective, and once that's happened, we'll just go into a general discussion.
Through a process of asking questions, allowing each of the parties to hear each other, it's through that process that we find a way of moving towards settlement. Mediation is effective because the parties have an opportunity to hear from each other about the way that they see the dispute. So they hear from each other the other side of the problem. One of the things we do in mediation is we assist the parties to think through the problem from the other party's point of view. And that can help people to come towards an agreement.
Where they reach an agreement, it's a mutual agreement. It's not one party wins, another party loses.
The important thing about this is that the settlement is the party's own settlement. It's not one that's imposed on them.
It's also an opportunity for the two people concerned, the complainer and the practitioner, to actually meet each other, and for the practitioner to hear what the complaint is really about, which may not come over on paper in quite the same way.
The best way to sort it out is really to sit down and have an open and honest discussion, and for people to clear up what the issues are and gain a better understanding of the other person's perspective, because that's the first stage towards trying to come to some kind of resolution.
It can be a lot quicker to go through mediation. The other thing is that the parties resolve the disagreement themselves, and that is really important because parties who've sorted out a problem between themselves feel more committed to it, and they go away, if not happy, they go away at least with some degree of satisfaction that they've resolved their problems themselves.
About 75 to 80% of the mediations for SLCC that I carry out actually result in a settlement, and if that happens, then the complaint is taken out of the SLCC process, and that's the end of the matter really for the complainer and for the practitioner.